In today's video, we are going to be checking out an online art gallery created with no-code tools, so without further ado, let's get into it. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Connor, and on this channel I help people who cannot code build online businesses with no-code tools like Webflow, Airtable and Zapier. So in today's video, we are going to be checking out another use case for a no-code marketplace. Specifically, we are going to be looking at an online art gallery created for artists in Alberta, Canada, and I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you how it's all set up. Now, before we get into it, if you haven't already, please do me a quick little favor. If you are interested in learning more about no-code, subscribe to the channel. Also, I would very much appreciate if you could leave a quick little like on this video. But with all of that out of the way, let's get into it. So Art by Locals is an online art gallery that was created during the lockdown in Canada, and the whole idea behind it is to make it easier for artists to continue to sell their artwork while all the galleries are closed down. So the way it works is pretty simple and straightforward. Artists can sign up and create their own profile page and add a little bio about themselves, but then as soon as that is done, they can start adding artwork to their profile that clients then can come and reach out to them about. So at the moment, the way that a client can get in touch with one of the artists is just to click on their artwork and then basically reach out to them by email. Again, what we do here is we forward on all of the information that a client submits to the artist, and then we allow the artist to take it from there. We are also working on an iteration where we can actually allow artists to sell artwork directly through our website using Stripe Connect. And the way that that works is you just click on the Buy Now button. What that will do is take you to a Stripe checkout page, which will then pay out a percentage to the Art by Locals website and then the remaining percentage to the actual artists. So besides the directory that was set up with Webflow and is also powered by JetBoost, there's also a members area for the different artists where they can basically catch up on the latest information about the platform. So what you can do here is you can go and save artwork to your shortlist in case you want to save it for later on. This is also functionality that is available for clients. And then you also have basic functionality like the ability to add artwork, update artwork, view your profile and update your profile. In terms of how the actual business works, there are 3 different membership types at the moment that different artists can subscribe to. So depending on what stage of your art journey you're on, you can either sign up to the aspiring artist plan, which allows you to add 2 artworks to your project, all the way up to the $25 plan that is designed for professional artists who might have a lot of different work. So Art by Locals was created with the same stack that I pretty much use on all of my projects. So I use Webflow for the front end. We're using Zapier to automate all of the workflows, and all of the information about the artists, the clients, and the artwork is stored in a table inside of Airtable. So at the moment, Art by Locals has 126 different artists from Alberta, Canada listed on the website, and there's also 575 different unique pieces of art that were listed by those artists. So Art by Locals was set up roughly a year ago, and I know that because we set up the website when we moved from New Zealand to Canada roughly a year ago. We had a few weeks in lockdown when we arrived, and my mother-in-law, who happens to be an artist in Canada, basically told me about some of the issues and struggles that the art community had while all the galleries were closed down in Canada. So I figured, you know, why not add another project to my list and build a simple little online art gallery that she can manage. And as soon as we got the site up and running, she basically got her friends to sign up to list artwork, and then we started promoting it through social media channels like Facebook and all those types of platforms. So after we started getting people signing up to the platform, we actually added an optional $99 plan that a artist could sign up to that would basically allow us to promote their profile and their artwork a little bit more. And as soon as people started upgrading to that $99 plan, we actually just used that revenue to invest straight back into ads, and that immediately started to translate into more sales for the artist as well as more artists signing up. So if you are thinking about setting up your own online marketplace, there are a few things that really work for Art by Locals. The first thing is just start local. Even if you have grand global ambitions, it's makes your life a lot easier if you just focus on a particular area as a starting point, develop your processes, test your business model, and as soon as you have certainty around all of that working, you can start expanding it into different areas. The next thing that really worked for Art by Locals and that I'd highly recommend to you if you are going to go ahead and build something is to get your community involved. Now, you're not helping anyone just blindly building things that you think people might need or not, but if you really want your community to buy into your project, then involve them. Ask them what they feel is an important next thing to add to the platform. Ask them what kind of things they would need in order to sell more artwork, and getting that type of feedback really sets the tone in terms of how your platform should be shaped over time. And that brings me to my final tip, and that is to very early on into your project, figure out what the key objective is that you're working towards. So with Art by Locals, the key thing that we wanted to achieve is help artists sell more artwork. And that means whenever you're making decisions around what features you should build or if you should focus on the product or marketing side of your business, you always just have to come back to that original question, which is this going to help people sell more artwork? If you take that kind of approach, it will make it a lot easier for you to build a useful product. You'll stay on top of all areas of your business, and it will ultimately lead to you achieving that goal. So if you are now thinking about setting up your own local marketplace, then I have good news for you. This is pretty much the perfect time to get started. If you wanted to build a website like Art by Locals, even just a few years ago, you would have to hire developers to build it for you, and you'd be looking at a minimum of 10 grand on the low end to get a site like this up and running. But with no-code tools, you can actually learn the basics of setting up these sites yourself so that you can get it far enough where you can actually see whether or not it's worth investing more of your time and money into actually building out a bigger version of your marketplace. So it took me about 2.5 years to really get comfortable with all the different tools that I needed to learn in order to get a site like this up and running, but I had to learn all of that stuff through trial and error and searching for all different types of forums and Google and YouTube videos. So if you want to save yourself a bit of time, I've actually made an online course that takes you through the entire process of setting up something like Art by Locals or the Unicorn Factory, which is my freelancer marketplace. And I basically send you a template of a marketplace inside of Webflow, as well as a few instructional videos that you can then just follow along to that basically gives you the key information that you need in order to get your site up and running fast. So you definitely don't need any prior experience in design or software development in order to get a site like this up and running, but it definitely does involve quite a bit of work. You'll have to start to do a lot of research. You'll have to go through the process of learning how all the different tools work, but I can promise you that once you get through that process, you'll feel really empowered by what you'll be able to build beyond just the actual MVP that I'll help you set up. Either way, I will leave a link to the course in the description down below. I hope you found this video informative. If you did, please leave a like on the video. Other than that, thank you very much for sticking around for the entire video, and I'll see you back here for the next one.